When I think about what this may mean to the future of the industry, I think there are some more obvious things that may change, and there are some less obvious ones. If I think about the obvious ones, number one is, what's our preparedness to actually operate in an environment that gets structurally changed very quickly? I think, as I always say to my team here, that the way that we've performed during this and the way that we've talked with our customers, overcome problems, really provides a bit of a roadmap to how we need to do this differently in the future. And I think we've all had either disaster recovery plans or different types of elements of how we need to recover things. But I think there'll be a greater interdependency of those plans going forward and a greater testing at a straight through level on how they operate. The second thing I'd say is it's going to fundamentally change the way we view work from home and view work from home from a productivity perspective, not only from a capability perspective. So can you operate without falling over from working at home? Can you get better as an organization working at home? And how do you bring that type of idea of getting better into a distributed workforce environment? Number three, I think it really has fixated my mind, at least to a degree, on how we deal with the peripheries around people's jobs. So one of the environments that some of our team are working in at the moment is school is being cancelled. Their partners have other jobs. Their other jobs have different types of requirements to what we put in. They still have families. They still have other commitments that they need to meet. How do we think about those things rather than just on what the output that we need to get is something that, is necessary in everything that we do? And over the years, I think there's been a lot of industry lip service to some of those types of things. How do we support working parents? Is there an opportunity here to really change the way we think about doing those things in the future? Less obvious to me are actually the things that we need to prepare for now in an environment where we couldn't operate. So what agreements can we strike now with people go through the legal, go through the proposition to say, what if I couldn't trade? What if I couldn't do an aspect of my portfolio management? What if I couldn't? We do a lot of planning on the basis of how we can, and this is how we convince ourselves how we can. In this type of environment, I think we have to ask ourselves, have we done enough in terms of the contingency plan where this gets moved to something else or somewhere else in order to be able to get done? And I don't think that's been fully resolved as a part of this process, and we'll work more on how we need to do that. The last thing I think that will impact the industry is the concept of what does global really mean in terms of our operating models. Because we have a lot of operating models that are bilateral in nature today, and we've all been working towards moving to a more pass-the-book 24-hour model of how we operate these things. And clearly our ability to swap work between locations that have the same capabilities and have them take up the slack is something that we're getting better at every day as we go through and dealing with this particular crisis. And so I think that'll be something that will be more of a focus of attention post this.